Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to look at 10 things I wish I knew when I started long distance bike commuting. These are tips that I've picked up over the years, and some of them are well known to everyone, but some of them might be new to you. So hope you like it. Let me know in the comments. Point number 1, cars, fumes and health. I'm going to explain to you guys what I do with my commute to try and avoid the cars, the fumes and take care of my lungs. Let's look at the bottom right hand corner. That's where I start my commute, and that's where I cross the water, the ferry, and I get to a town called Wijk bij Dierstede. I'm kind of looking both ways to look at the camera and the screen. So from Wijk bij Dierstede I go next to the Rhine Canal and I go all the way down towards a town called Het Gooi. And on that road, it's actually a bit of a brick road. There aren't many cars, it's very quiet, it's exceptionally quiet. I might bump into 1 or 2 cars, which is not bad. I go all the way to a place called Houghton, and from there on I go all the way to my work in Bunnik. It's about a 30k commute. I mostly do this in the summers. The whole idea of this commute for me is to avoid the bigger roads. So I try to take smaller roads to make sure I avoid fumes and cars. This is the alternate route I take in the winter. Once again, we start on the bottom corner and we go all the way to the ferry, to the watery river part, of course, and that's where I cross the ferry. Once again, I go to Wijk bij Dierstede, and the first 4k's is the same as the other route. From there on, I go a bit inland, away from the Rhine Canal, but I do this in the winter when it's dark and cold, and I don't really want to be caught with a puncture or anything strange like that. Basically, it's a shorter route, 24k's. I still go to a place called Werkhoven. Remember the place we're in now, because we're coming back to that. And from the place Werkhoven, I go straight to Bunnik to my work, which means we're going to be looking at the next map very soon. It means that I avoid the bigger roads for most of the way. The last 4k's is next to the bigger road and on the bike lanes, so there I have fumes, there I have to deal with cars, but it's winter. I don't want to take a too long route to get to work. I'm still avoiding, for almost 80%, I'm avoiding the bigger roads and avoiding the cars and the fumes and taking care of my lungs. I really do believe that commuting next to a bigger road, as you see in the next map, if you type in route planner with Komoot, it takes you the same way across the water. It takes you through the town Wijk bij Dierstede and it slams you onto the big road. In this case, it's the national road N229, which is the most fabulous bike road. You have a bike lane over there. You can go all the way to Bunnik and you don't have to worry about any cars. Thing is, it's a major road, so right next to the bike lane you have all these cars traveling up and down, hundreds of them. And even though the bike lane is fantastic and you can get to work safely, not even a car coming close to you, you have to deal with the fumes, guys, and I'm sure we are killing ourselves, killing our lungs. So my advice to you as a tip, try to avoid the busy roads. Take the smaller roads, go into the countryside, plan a bit of a longer route, plan a shorter one, see if you can do that. If you like my video, push that like button. It really helps my channel to get known and to get out there. And if you really like my video, push the subscribe button. It will really help me to buy a new bike. I do appreciate it. Just kidding, guys. Thanks. Tip number 2, the wind. I use this internet site to look at the wind and to see where it's coming from. Mostly it's a headwind, but then at least I know it. But what matters to me is how strong is it, because if it's too strong, it's gale force. I give myself extra time to get to work. It's not that I'm not going to ride, but I need some extra time to get to work and I need to plan proper. So I'm on time, ready to go, and that there are no delays. So check the wind, make sure you can do it, and take some extra time. Tip number 3, the rain. If you like riding in rain, no problem, go for it, don't worry about it. I don't like riding in rain. A bit of rain is okay, but not from point A to point B. So I try to keep it fun. That's the way I can keep doing it, by keeping it fun. So check the rain, make sure you know what you're getting into. Tip number 4, eye drops. I always have eye drops in my bag because I've had a bloodshot eye a couple of times when I arrive at work, and then you look a little bit ridiculous. So eye drops in your bag, it will save your day if you get something in your eye, a bug or salt from the road in the winter. Keep eye drops in your bag, keep it at work, whatever you want to, but have eye drops available each time you commute. You never know when you can have that bloodshot eye when you get to work. Tip number 5, shower. We've spoken about this in the previous video, and once again, I think that's very important. You want to smell good at work, you want to feel good about yourself, and you want to do your colleagues the favor of not smelling too bad. So if you can't shower, try and work your way around that. See what you can do to clean yourself up, and good luck if you can't shower. Tip number 6, make sure you're warm enough. You can always take clothes off, but if you don't have the clothes with you, you can't put the clothes back on. So my advice would be rather overdress when you start. You can always take the clothes off and put them in the back of your bag. But if you're freezing on the ride and you get a puncture, you need to fix something, or some mechanical happens, you need extra clothes. So rather overdress than underdress. As long as you have something with you that's warm, you're going to be fine. But if you don't have something with you and you run into trouble, you are going to be freezing your butt off in the winter. In the summer, that's a different story, but be well prepared in the winter. Take some extra clothes with, take them off if you're hot, you can always put them back on. Tip number 7, visibility. Make sure you are visible, make sure the cars can see you. I have a great front light because I want to be able to see what's happening on the road. That's important. I have a red rear light on my backpack and a red rear light on my bike frame. It's important the cars can see you, so make sure you are visible. I used to have a light on my helmet. I'm not doing it at the moment because it looks really dorky, but it is actually quite safe. I might do it again. I also have a Garmin Varia in the back of my bike. It tells me when cars are coming from the rear end. That's very important. I would recommend, if you are commuting, to have a Garmin Varia. You might need it a bit less in the dark days because you can see the lights, but in the summer it's a great thing to have. So think about the Garmin Varia and make sure you have good lights, make sure the batteries are charged, and be safe. Tip number 8, punctures and mechanicals like a chain brake. Make sure you can fix your own punctures, make sure you can plug your own punctures, make sure you can fix your own chain. I've spoken about this before. We're not going to go back there, but make sure that you can fix your own punctures and that you are able to do it when it's dark, when it's cold, and when it's wet. When it's wet, it just is more difficult to fix that puncture if you have to replace the tube. The plug can also be quite of a bother if it's wet. When it's dark, it's difficult to fix your puncture without a light. It's difficult to plug without a light. So in that sense, tubeless riding makes more sense because you hopefully can get to a place where it's lighter, where you can plug your tire. When it's cold, fixing a puncture with a tube can be very difficult if your hands are freezing and ice cold. Also, the plugging is difficult when it's ice cold. So once again, I do think that riding tubeless, if you commute, is better because you have better chance of getting to work, getting to a spot where it's dry or light or warm, where you can fix your punctures. So my advice is, if you commute, ride tubeless. Tip number 9, mudguards or fenders. I'm a big fan of mudguards or fenders. It keeps your butt dry. It actually keeps your bike clean, but it keeps your feet warm. If it's cold outside and the roads are wet and you don't have mudguards or fenders, your feet get wet and it can turn your ride into an absolute nightmare. So cleanliness, warmth of the feet. If I commute, I use mudguards in the winter just to keep me dry and to keep me warm and to keep me clean. It's not great if you get to work and your whole backpack is full of mud. So the rear fender is as important as the front fender. The front fender keeps your feet dry and the rear fender keeps you clean. And actually, it also keeps your bike clean. So my advice to you is, if you are going to commute, make sure you have fenders on your bike. Tip number 10, food. Carry a banana, carry a couple of gels, because you never know when you're going to get that hunger knock, and that can be absolutely ghastly. So make sure you have food, make sure you have money to buy food, But in the mornings early, when I leave here at 5:30, nothing's open. I do pass a gas station where I can buy stuff, but they're not open till 7 o'clock, and by 7 o'clock I'm at work already. I don't always need food in the mornings, but I do carry a banana with me. I do carry gels with me. What can happen is you can have a puncture or a mechanical, and your commute can be in half an hour longer. And if your commute is that much longer, you can run into trouble, you can become hungry, you can get a hunger knock. So food is important. Always have something with you. A gel is easy, a banana is tastier, but always carry food with you.